We received this garbled transmission from a scout group sent into a suspected Allied test site. All test area discovered. Constant test week crazy. Weapons affected by air units in area unstable. Chronosphere must be affected. You are to investigate this. If the Chronosphere is indeed behind it, this is a perfect opportunity to capture it. See that it happens.
Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Command & Conquer Blue Alert Aftershock. It's the co-op version of some of the Aftermath and Counterstrike missions made by my co-host Tax Albu. Hello.
Hello. At once. And welcome to Paradox Equation.
We have shenanigans afoot in this mission.
Absolutely. So far everything looks normal, but we'll see about that. Let's just use this. Oh, a lot of firepower there. And I think this rifleman. Yeah. Even though I think that rifleman is actually carrying the minigun that was promised to us since Tiberian Dawn.
Ah. Maybe. Does that mean he's shorter range now?
I'm not sure, because I think in Tiberian Dawn the miniguns are called minigunners, but I think they actually just carry an automatic rifle.
Yeah.
Because actual miniguns, they're called miniguns, they're not that mini, they're actually pretty big.
It is one of those strange twists of fate.
That's true. There's some trees there, those will be important later. I'm just going to explore a little bit here. And no, this is not Red Alert 2, so the trees are really just trees.
Construction complete. Construction options.
Allied propaganda.
Building.
Yeah. So in this mission here, our goal is to capture the Chronosphere once again. Well, or for the first time, depending on what canonicity you give to all these missions here.
Oh, I have a light tank that's shooting twice.
It is, yeah. That tank is maybe not so light anymore.
It's also pretty sturdy for a light tank.
That is true.
This guy decided to run to the south of the tank to start attacking it, which is an interesting choice.
Yeah, you need to get in close. It's a minigunner spirit.
Get some communications established.
New construction options.
So I'm going to try out each units, because I haven't actually played this mission, so I know there's shenanigans afoot.
There are shenanigans. One of the shenanigans is that the heavy tank's pretty expensive.
We get double shots on our rocket troops.
And oh, infantry's coming for me. Okay, let's make sure. Ooh, that's actually quite a lot of them.
I need to get a kennel and build some, I don't know, dogs that shoot Tiberium or something.
Could be.
Oh, this heavy tank is
there's also thieves. Careful with those. Even though, to be fair, the AI thieves, they kind of just always go into whatever first structure they find, which makes them a lot less threatening than they usually would be. Yeah, and I have myself a Tesla tank here. And this is not just the radar jammer tank or the real Tesla tank. This is the one that has the same attack as the Tesla coil. So this one here packs quite some punch, but it's also a lot more expensive. It costs 1,500 credits without discount.
Construction complete.
There you go.
Alright, I'm setting up for...
It just looks like normal. Maybe it's a bit more powerful, but...
Yeah. Did you just burn down the kennel?
Yes. It was a test kennel.
Okay, that's fair.
Unit ready.
We're going to need to gain access to another ore field soon.
Building.
Yeah, there's one in the north, so we have to establish ourselves regarding that soon. I'm just gonna zap this light tank here over the cliffs. There we
Fair
go.
enough. Never knew it either.
Yeah. Yeah, once more we have access to rocket soldiers, which is not quite intentional. But since they
yeah,
are
they shoot
Soviet
twice.
multiplayer unit, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, all the
Yeah,
units
so-
here have been affected by the Chronosphere, and so all their weapons have been changed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
We have vision of some allied shenanigans.
Yeah, so let's see. I've got my tanks in position. Let's see what those guys are up to.
Waiting orders.
Oh, this V2 rocket's speedy.
Oh, be careful with that,
Zoom.
please. Be very careful with that, please. That's a nuclear
Okay.
launcher now. So
Affirmative.
Oh, serious business.
yeah, please don't attack anything in our base. It's gonna end horribly.
Is under attack.
It's microing it around to avoid actually attacking anything.
Yeah. Oh, the thieves are back. Okay. They really want that ore.
Affirmative.
Silos.
Let's test this on this medium tank, shall we?
Yes.
Awaiting affirmative.
Let's watch the fireworks.
Of course, it goes into melee range.
Oh, okay.
But it did do half damage to the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Though this might be a multiplayer nuke effect again.
That's true. Yeah.
It could be. That wasn't quite as intended. Usually, you can't really use the launcher without blowing up the launcher.
Awaiting affirmative. Reporting.
Range is so short, too.
Acknowledge.
Yeah, that's the thing with this one. It's basically a nuke truck of sorts.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Reporting.
Got some more of my.
We can even build Tanya.
Yes, sir.
Oh well, I think yeah, that's multiplayer rules striking back once more.
Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
I always found it a bit odd that they decided not to like do Volkov or something for multiplayer.
Yeah, it feels odd. At least you would think they would change that in the expansion at least, because that one actually has Volkov. You could even make Volkov just a clone, like same stats and everything except different visuals. Just having like Soviet Tanya clones.
Repair.
This feels a bit strange.
Building.
This guy just attacks twice. It's a little bit faster firing.
Yeah. Oh, there the thieves strike back. I'm gonna put a flame tower down there because those thieves. I'm afraid they're gonna hit the refinery at one point, which they may not. But
Affirmative. Reporting.
I'll have that guy standing there for now.
Building.
let's see. I'll see whether I can liberate that ore field to the north, just in case there's still units left. Do you have enough build? Yeah, there's. On the plus side, we do have some more build space now. Okay, let's get a barracks.
That's what a mammoth does.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I believe the mammoth has a flame attack.
Fireballs, yes.
Yes.
So I finally find a flamethrower unit I can actually use.
Yeah, there we go. And yeah, so ironically now your flame unit is one of the sturdiest in the game, as opposed
Probably
to
doesn't
one of the
blow up
most
on
fragile
death
ones. Yeah. Yeah. All you need now is access to allied mechanics.
Reporting. Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Suppose it's just to keep the Iron Curtain going, but
That's true as well.
in the street.
Do we have access to that?
Building.
We do have the Iron Curtain, yes.
Good, 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 good.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Is that sufficient?
Construction complete.
No, I might have to blow up the
Yeah,
tree.
yeah, I think the flame weapons just burn down. They just burn the trees to a crisp, but they don't remove them from the map. I think your bazooka trooper there will have to step in.
He's refusing to attack the tree. He's obviously some kind of environmentalist. We'll have to use some
Really?
nuclear
Okay.
missiles instead.
Unit ready.
Reporting.
Okay.
Affirmative.
That is odd indeed. I'll see whether I can work it out.
Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting.
Yeah, these light tanks are not so light anymore.
Yes, sir.
Repair.
Reporting.
We do use the missiles against ground as well, apparently.
Insufficient funds.
Ah, that's
These men.
good then.
I do
And
find it amusing that we've changed all the weapons, only to just end up building nothing but heavy tanks anyway.
that is true. So that rule has not changed.
Waiting orders.
Because like the moving Tesla coils are just so good.
Reporting.
Let's see whether I can remove you here. Yes, true.
Yes, sir.
The bazooka trooper refuses to attack the tree directly. That's interesting.
Affirmative.
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm building a B2, so we'll use that.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
If nuclear
So-
missiles are capable of destroying trees, that is.
Preparing.
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But the V2 is not
It
that
might be.
expensive.
Reporting.
It might be the Junker Grenadier.
Yeah, that could be. But the Grenadier also has a flame attack, doesn't it now?
I guess we'll find out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's true.
Destroy it! No, he's refusing.
Really. I guess you could attack the ground next to it.
Comrade, acknowledged.
Oh, careful there, miner, please. This is...
Affirmative.
didn't
no.
work.
Also just set it on fire, okay.
Grenadier time.
Yeah,
Look, it actually makes sense because the nuke internally is
Oh.
actually a fire weapon.
Waiting order.
okay.
Yes,
That's neat as well. I guess that is true to a certain degree. There's a lot of infantry up there. I think I'm going to get rid of that before they dismantle our...
Preparing.
Otherwise, we might just have to build refineries a bit closer to that field.
Hmm.
Unit prepared.
I guess they have accidentally removed all of our explosive weapons, so.
That might actually be on purpose, because the allies at one point are supposed to destroy that tree for you, but they
Okay.
didn't go there this time. Oh, bazooka troops are coming for me.
Reporting.
Even though I guess
Actually,
the
maybe the mammoth attacks.
yeah the rockets should still be able to.
Report acknowledged. Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Oof, that medium tank has a very fast fire rate.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, I think mammoth rockets should still be able to
Building.
destroy trees, shouldn't they?
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
You'd think so, but
Complete.
I'm having difficulty. They're just refusing to actually acknowledge the order.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Really, what is up with that tree?
Ah,
Building.
no wonder they got inspired to make Mirage tanks.
Yeah, there is trees that just you can't get past the trees. It's possible.
Acknowledged.
We learned that from Age of Empires.
Also true.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
We also can't build aircrafts. We can't have like Tesla longbows or something.
Do we actually have access? No, we don't have access to the airfield, do we?
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Oh, I can still try and get something done in the meantime.
Vehicle acknowledged.
I'm gonna establish a new refinery here. Don't forget that you can also, I think you can drop off ore at my refinery, and it will count towards your finances still, if I remember correctly.
Orders. Acknowledged.
Yes.
Prepare. Unit prepared.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Well, the light tank is a formidable foe, but we did destroy it.
Building.
Yep. Because it's not very flame sensitive, it appears.
Hmm.
A good range on those mammoth tanks, though.
Construction complete.
Yeah, like almost a functional unit. This.
Yeah.
Need to back
Definitely.
off and get some healing there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a lot of infantry. I'll just send my tanks over there.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
There we go.
Acknowledged.
Time to bravely run away.
Oh, the
Getting the
thieves are
maximum
back.
healing value.
Acknowledged.
Yep. The thieves
Alright.
are back.
Affirmative.
You're on, Flamer.
Affirmative.
And I'm being attacked, oh no, by an
Affirmative.
allied artillery piece. Those are very dangerous now because they actually use cruiser shells.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
That might actually be effective.
Orders.
They may be, yeah. Also, their range is considerably better. They don't get outclassed by like half the base defenses in this game here.
Hmm.
Here you can see on the radar there's like one artillery piece revealed that cruisered all the way down to the south there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit prepared.
Good goods.
Repairing.
Vehicle reporting. Reporting. Affirmative.
Oh, and now
Unit prepared.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
now it's going for the flame tower here. Thankfully, it's also still as inaccurate as
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
the cruiser,
Reporting.
and didn't actually manage to hit any of the structures.
Acknowledged.
Unit prepared.
Something.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yeah,
Acknowledged.
it's going to have to be a bit of manual micro of this ore track for a while, I think.
yeah. Unfortunately, you can't set structures to
Awaiting orders.
be built next to allied structures. Do I wonder, can you... Okay, oh, that was an interesting way to deliver that ore.
Yeah, dump it on the roof, but it'll do.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
The light tanks continue to cause trouble.
Vehicle reporting. Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Alright, let's fix you up again.
Awaiting orders.
Repairing. Building.
My mammoths have self-healed back to full, so they can keep exploring.
Good. I'll join you with
Yes, sir.
my Tesla tanks shortly.
Acknowledged.
Unit prepared.
Reporting.
Good.
Affirmative.
There's some troops moving through the top.
There are a lot
So
of
that-
troops moving through.
Waiting. Acknowledged.
But I'll leave a couple of my tanks here. Should be able to take care of that infantry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yeah, that
All
should
good.
work.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
I'll take the southern route. Let's see what awaits us there.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Dump the ore somewhere, please.
Acknowledged.
Oh, that's again a lot of infantry. They love their infantry here.
There we go.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Just would set these guys to guard mode in the meantime.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Onward.
Yep,
Reporting.
Oh, there's the racks.
Affirmative.
there's the Rex, yeah.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
And there's another very lethal light tank.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Oh, and
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
the barracks. Yeah, I might get an MCV to expand to this ore field here.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Affirmative. Waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
These missiles are actually quite effective against structures. Maybe they're like
Unit
destroy missiles or something.
Yeah, maybe they're buffed as well. A lot of the weapons here have been modified.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Here we go.
Reporting.
That should do it. Let's work on expanding.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
The silos are empty. No wonder they were sending that many thieves. Even though with a thief you kind of have to be a bit careful because it's quite expensive. So
Affirmative. Affirmative.
you have to make sure you actually get your money through. Oh, that's a lot of units they have there.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Oh, they're coming. They're here in force.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Oh, and another artillery piece. Yeah, there's some dangerous units here.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Oh yeah, they're sending everyone after us now.
Affirmative.
Destroy a base, I suppose.
Acknowledged.
Yep, that made them angry.
Acknowledged.
There are many barracks.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
So I need to back off for a bit.
Unit ready.
That's okay.
It's
I'll
time to
hold the
build a
position
mine
here.
layer, just in case they're like Tesla mines or something done.
Affirmative.
It could be, yeah. I don't think I've actually ever used mines on this map here specifically. Yeah, good question. What's the deal with that one is?
Acknowledged.
Building.
Awaiting acknowledged.
Yeah, this is a nice ore field.
Yeah, that looks nice and juicy. Ooh, there's even crystals and more artillery pieces as well.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
I wonder if someone's done an analysis of the arsenals of both factions on this map and who actually is the winner and the loser of the Chronosphere effect.
That's a good question because the Allied
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
basic tanks, they're pretty formidable now, and I think they're also still cheaper than the Soviet ones, so they may actually win out on this one here.
Yes, sir.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Acknowledged.
Oh, that's...
Oh, the
That's a lot of them.
tanks detected you.
Mm.
Oh, and
Construction complete.
oh, they're coming after us now. They didn't like that.
Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Never lay a
Okay.
landmine in a light tank's presence.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Didn't have to lose that tank, but okay.
I'm just gonna sell this now. Here we are.
Sold.
Reporting.
All right. I think I'm
Building.
Vehicle reporting.
gonna build like a forward service depot here.
Yeah, because I've been using mammoths, I've just been surviving by healing because I haven't been
Yeah.
bothering with the
Yeah,
micro and the forward
that's fair.
refinery, but
Yeah, I think the
I have an
mammoth
MCV on the
isn't.
way.
Yeah, I think the mammoth isn't very competitive, but it's great against the AI because you can use it to defend, and then you always regenerate in between, which
Repair.
means less micro and saves you money.
Yes. So you're getting a 2-for-1 deal of that healing job.
That's true. Nicely lined up mammoth there, guarding that ore field.
Sadly, it doesn't look like the MCV can attack.
Unit repaired.
Yeah, that would be neat if the MCV couldn't actually deploy, but
Repaired.
or deployed into like a nuclear silo.
Time to start getting a refinery.
Repaired.
Good.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Yeah, I think the tide of infantry has been stemmed to a certain degree now that the southern base here is gone.
Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
One of your miners ran over a sandbag. I was like, what's that noise?
Yeah, it's kind of like a screeching
Primary building
noise.
Selected. Building.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure whether that's accurate, but I've never run over a sandbag with a tank, so I don't know from personal experience.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Well, you could put on your bucket list, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit
we've got a
ready.
bridge here, and there's still more
Waiting
light
order.
tanks coming after us.
Indeed.
Acknowledged.
This is not the best placement I've ever done, but
Waiting
I
Yeah,
order.
can't
I've
fix it.
got my tanks here,
Vehicle reporting.
and dodge that shot.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
sell this one, I think.
Acknowledged.
Once it's
Unit
docked.
repaired.
Yeah, occasionally it's good to like tactically sell
Yes,
refineries
sir.
Insufficient funds.
in red alert, so the miners are forced to go to the refinery you actually want them to go to.
I just don't think it's viable to do this whole concave movement to
Acknowledged.
get to this ore field. So,
That's fair.
Unit ready.
Alright, alright. I think I'm gonna explore a little more with my tanks here.
very well.
And also get a second barracks here.
Vehicle
Construction
reporting.
complete.
Yeah, this ore field's secure.
Good, good, good.
Primary building
Vehicle
selected.
affirmative.
Building.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir.
And let's see what adventures await us in the northern half of this map.
Unit ready.
Allied transport, okay.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
And already lost tank because oof, those
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
those light tanks, they hit hard.
The Bridge of Destiny slowed us down a bit too.
Affirmative.
Yeah, it's true.
Affirmative.
Okay, I think I need to send one tank back for recovery already.
Affirmative.
Unit lost. Building.
Awaiting.
Never mind, it's been destroyed.
Lost. Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
It's a silver lining approach. It's like, don't need to repair any anymore.
Maybe I should have gotten for some more mammoth tanks.
Unit ready.
I'm building them fairly continuously now, so
Yes, sir.
Good, 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 good.
Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged.
I have 2 en route.
Yes, sir.
Preparing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm sending up more heavy tanks as well.
Building.
Excellent.
Oh,
We're being
there we go.
shelled.
Unit prepared.
Acknowledged.
Artillery strikes back.
Affirmative.
No reveal for me yet.
Acknowledged.
Oh,
Acknowledged.
It's inside the base. Yeah.
yeah.
Acknowledged.
Oh no,
Yes, sir.
the shells are coming from inside the base.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Hmm.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Get rid of these rocket troopers here.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Oh, and they did not like me attacking their
Affirmative.
miner there, which is not surprising considering
Affirmative.
how the AI feels about their miners being attacked.
Acknowledged.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep moving. Let's see whether we can just avoid this artillery piece here.
Acknowledged.
At least it
To be
seems
honest, no
the...
attacks. You feel the
the
same
base-
way about your miner being attacked.
Absolutely. It's mutual.
Acknowledged.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a lot of base defenses here.
Affirmative.
But yeah, they're not that tough. It's really the tanks that are the problem.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Okay, got a reveal here.
Nice.
Okay, let's... Oh, they're landing.
The Chinooks.
Okay, I have to
Oh, that's
retreat.
really
My
good.
tanks are almost destroyed.
Acknowledged.
But let's see where those Chinooks land.
Vehicle reporting.
Yeah, I'm gonna retreat here a little bit.
Affirmative.
Sure. Is anything
Oh.
important here that I have to not destroy, or we good?
It would be good to leave one building alive, possibly the construction yard if you want to, but it's not
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
it's not essential. The only thing we're not allowed to destroy is the actual Chronosphere, but that's on an island in the north,
Acknowledged.
Building.
in the northeast.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
An interesting choice to have the Conyard surrounded by AI guns, considering we can't build air units, but
That's true. Yeah, that's actually a good point.
Acknowledged.
You'd have to capture the Conyard
Ready.
Affirmative.
and then maybe build allied air units if those are available at all. But I don't believe they are.
Unit prepared.
That war factory burns down nicely.
Building.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Alright,
Prepared.
my tanks are back in action.
Yes, sir.
Repairing.
Affirmative.
sending in some reinforcements myself.
Good, good, good.
Acknowledged.
But yeah, some decent damage has been done here.
Mm-hmm.
And the Conyard is available if you wish to take it.
Prepared.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the Conyard, or alternatively maybe for the tech center.
Insufficient funds.
Okay.
Unit ready.
Yeah, actually, but I think the Conyard might be better because having access to allied, naval might be good.
Affirmative.
Let's see.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile,
Yes, sir.
the mammoth tanks are cleaning up nicely.
Yeah, I'm not too disappointed, I think.
Awaiting
I
orders,
thought
sir.
some variety would be fun.
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's true.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Report.
Right, I'm carefully going to take out or reduce the health of this construction yard here. Let's see whether they actually repair that. They do.
Yes. Affirmative.
Okay, let's not overdo that now then, because my engineers are still on the way.
Awaiting orders. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Alright, alright.
Construction complete.
And I'm going
Is
to put
this
some awesome...
naval yard close enough to the coast for us to capture it?
Building.
Yes, you can actually capture naval yards that are that close to the coast.
Building.
Yeah, it's useful.
That might actually be the better choice here.
Building.
Yeah,
Construction complete.
and I can always get more engineers later, so I might go with that then. Okay, engineers come over here.
I actually can't build engineers anyway, so...
Yeah, that's a bit of a restriction I built in here, because if the player who's not intended to capture Chronosphere would capture it, the mission just wouldn't end. So
Makes sense.
unfortunately you can't have a condition that allows both of them to capture it. Or you could, but that condition would also mean that destroying the Chronosphere would not cause you to lose the mission, so you couldn't have a loss condition there.
Very well.
Construction options.
So if I want to have some boats in the water, we need to build another MCV.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some boats. And let's also
Building.
Vehicle reporting.
Construction complete.
build...
Three
I
maps,
can't build
clearly.
off the...
Vehicle reporting.
Can't build off the naval yard, forgot about that.
Sir.
That's okay, I'll see whether I can get the tech center.
Affirmative.
Yeah, it does
Then
look
we'll
like
get
the
some
series.
destroyers.
Yeah.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Those light tanks were tough.
Report knowledge. Affirmative.
Okay, even one strike from the Tesla tank takes off like half the health of the tech center, so that's not gonna be an option,
Reporting.
fortunately.
So
but
I can hit it with the mammoth tank.
yeah, that might be good. Like one hit may do it, but we have to be careful here. It's a fragile building. It doesn't like to be electrocuted.
Acknowledged.
All that technology is so sensitive.
That's true. That's how it is.
The second MCV I've built this mission.
Affirmative.
Yep, may as well build them when we have them.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Get some more destroyers. And then also transports. I'm not sure whether you can use allied transports. I don't think you can, but you could try it out.
And I'm building stuff anyway, but...
Unit ready.
Alright, let's see.
I'm gonna try to use one that's already facing the right direction so it doesn't use its missiles.
Complete.
Good point. Yep,
There
that
you
did
go.
work. Barely so. The building is on fire, but it's all good.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Oh, that actually allows me to build Mammoth as well, so I guess that's just a generic
Yeah, take
tech
equivalent.
center. Yeah,
Building.
okay.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Primary building selected.
Affirmative.
Alright,
I
alright.
like this mission. Now let's get us up then.
Ready. Unit ready.
Okay, I'm just kind of curious. Can you put your Mammoth tanks into my transport?
It does give me the indicator.
Okay, that's kind of curious. Do you want to give it a go? I was just kind of curious whether
Building.
you can like mix units in there.
Hmm.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Get a bit of
Yeah.
navy going.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm just securing the coast here.
Unit ready.
Oh, you can. Okay, that's interesting.
There you go.
Yeah, that is very interesting indeed. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Well, the more you know.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
I've got my own naval production now, so
Good.
I build my own transports, but
It's still nice to know, because that could be interesting for
Could be
future mission design.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
That's one
Nope.
ship destroyed.
Submarines are here.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Oh, there's a commander on this island here as well.
Affirmative.
He's a tough boy.
He is very tough. He's very tough, yeah.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
So there's a lot of zaps here.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
He just tanked through a whole mammoth tank.
Reporting.
Yeah,
Ask for more.
that is considerable.
Reporting. Affirmative.
And there's a lot of infantry coming after us.
Report acknowledged.
Reinforcements are loading now.
Engineering. Affirmative.
Building.
Taking an interesting direction, but
Yeah,
red alert transports are interesting.
always, yeah. At least they're designed in the way that you can
Yes, sir.
can
Acknowledged.
approach them from any direction. That was probably a wise decision, design-wise.
It's actually possible with hacking to make a naval transport in
Yes, sir.
regular CNC,
Acknowledged.
Oh, really?
but
Okay.
it's forced to use APC angles.
Oh, that's interesting. So can you
Yeah.
hack the hoverboat?
I probably wouldn't affect that one, but like just it's effectively just an APC that swims. So
Unit
Okay,
ready.
that is
Building.
interesting.
Unit ready. Primary building selected.
well, he is
Building. Unit
6
ready.
mammoths. That should do something.
Yeah. Also, it seems like I don't get access to the spy satellites. Also interesting. Yeah, there's
Building.
another light tank
Unit
in the
ready.
south, which I probably can't defeat with just my 2 damaged mammoth tank, heavy tanks.
Affirmative.
Is that the route you want to take? Or are you going to go in the middle?
I'm not sure we need to go there. We might be able to just go on the northern. Ooh, well, no, this just came from me anyway.
Well,
but
it's there now.
yeah,
Acknowledged.
but yeah, that's gone. It thankfully went for my.
Building. Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Thankfully went
Infantry.
for my bazooka troopers.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yep. Submarine is clearing guys from out of range. Okay. I'll see what's north.
Reporting.
Gonna boat around there with my navy a little bit.
Affirmative.
Building.
I'm going to build an iron curtain because why not? I see you're using the old submarine tactic of staying just out of range
Affirmative.
to not make the AI angry.
They haven't been responsive at all to my submarines so far, to be honest.
Interesting.
Vehicle report. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
There's a horde of infantry, but we're dealing with that.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, that's where the flame tank shines.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
There's a destroyer, but I have 3 destroyers, so that should be fine.
Reporting. Awaiting orders.
Got him.
Engineering. Yes,
And
sir.
oh no, more light tanks. The bane of my existence.
Acknowledged.
Okay.
Yes. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. At once.
Oh no,
Yeah,
lost my
it's
last
that
tank.
Unit lost.
Yeah. And in this little valley here, there should be the Chronosphere.
Yeah, in that little niche.
Yeah.
Iron curtain charging.
And curtain is charging for no particular reason. Oh, we may have to approach it from the other side, actually. I thought it was this side here, but no.
Unit ready.
Report affirmative.
That appears to all be cleared.
Yeah. Interestingly, if you don't take over any allied tech and you play the regular version where you don't have the bazooka trooper, you don't actually have any unit that can attack the chain link fence around the Chronosphere. Instead, you have to squish it with your heavy tanks or another vehicles without accidentally destroying it, which is interesting.
Maybe the mammoth would be able to do it though, because it's your only source of explosive damage.
Yeah, but the Chronosphere is damaged, so please be careful. But I think you can just squish the fence. Or you could, I guess you could get an ore miner if you really uncertain.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I see what you mean about malfunctioning. That's going ballistic.
It is going ballistic. Which, as it turned
Oh, that's
out, that was
pretty
actually supposed to be the animation for the Chronosphere in action, not for it being damaged.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, we're doing the thing.
We got both super weapons on screen.
Low power. Mission accomplished.
There we go. We finally have the Chronosphere.
Hmm. Stalin will be happy if he's still
Absolutely.
around in this continuity.
Who knows? And who knows what Stalin is doing? He might be like firing lasers from his eyes.
Why not?
All right. Thanks for joining me.
Hey, welcome. We'll see you all next time.
Catch you then.